He was frail. He was in constant pain, and he fought like the devil not to lose a leg. He had many, many operations in an effort not to lose the leg, and that had been going on for years before we met him. And he never acknowledged the pain. He was a gentleman, and he was genuinely interested in us. I guess not only in us, but in other people like us, because he was totally unlike us. He was kind of insulated against the world. He was born rich, went to all the best schools, graduated from Yale, and became a world-famous composer. So he didn't really experience any of the vicissitudes of life under the conditions that most of us did. And so he was, his existence was somewhat unreal to us. He called up, and it was about 4 o'clock in the morning, and he said, "Did I wake you up?" I said, No. I said, "We were just lying here waiting for the phone to ring." And he said, "I'm stuck for a rhyme. The aurora borealis is not as heated as a da-da-da." And I said, "The aurora borealis is not as heated as a da-da-da." He said, "Do you mind if I called you back?" "Oh, no, I'm sorry, go back to sleep." The next day I said, "The aurora borealis is not as heated as a palace is." She said, "It's a terrific line. I will have made a contribution to a Cole Porter lyric." And I called him. I said, "Cole, I've got it. The aurora borealis is not as heated as a palace is." He says, "That's the first one I threw out." I said, "Well, why? What did you throw it out for?" He says, "You can't keep them heated." I said, "You can't keep what heated?" "Palaces." He said, what are you talking about?" He says, "When Linda and I had our palazzo on the Grand Canal in Venice, froze to death, absolutely froze to death." I said, "Well, Cole, the average man thinks it about me." He says, "And not only that, we spent one night at Buckingham Palace, same thing. Froze to death." He says, "It's terrible." So I said, "Cole, believe me, the average man on the street thinks that a palace is a very nice place." "Well," he said, "they're not, they're cold." I said, "Cole, believe me." And he said, "What about the aurora borealis is not as heated as Dallas is?" I said, No. Stick with the palace. I said, "Believe me, stick with the palace." He said, "Well, if you say so," he said, and he did. And he wrote Siberia. Cheery Siberia,